Hello. Hello, good evening. Excuse me, how is everybody tonight? Don't poke Kenny, good evening. I don't know if we've met before, but welcome. Maximus, good evening. Dracula, good evening. Hello guys, how you doing? I figured I'm back on this impulsor. Good evening, Mike. The never-ending impulsor. I gotta clean up the edge highlighting. I need to do some lead belcher. Probably need to do some red. Same standard Blood Angels. I need 3 paints. Metal, black, red. Kind of standard, isn't it? But happy Saturday. I hope you're having a good day. I must admit I have struggled a bit today. I don't know why I lost my temper. I was doing a lot of odd jobs today, I feel like. So, you know when you're trying to do jobs around the house and you need to get them done and your 2 kids will not give you a minute's peace. That was me today. Like, I'm trying to go up and down a ladder into the loft or the attic. And like every single time I'm coming down the ladder, they're playing at the bottom of the ladder. Please, kids, go away from the ladder. But, you know, yeah, so I lost my shit today. But apart from that, I am good. I hope you are well. Welcome to the stream. I have tacos and vodka, painting Salamander Vanguard Veterans. You know what? Tacos and vodka might have helped me earlier, actually, yeah. I found this new non-alcoholic beer that apparently has 10 grams of protein per can. So normally at Christmas time, which we are getting close to Christmas time, it's like tradition that we would get like some beers in and some other drinks and stuff. So I think for my beer this year, I'm going to go non-alcoholic. For Christmas, and I think I'm going to get the protein beer because I've been trying really hard to make gains in the gym, and apparently alcohol is really bad for trying to make gains. So I think I'm still going to drink alcoholic beer at New Year because we normally do the New Year stream, but I think on Christmas Day and that I'm going to drink protein beer. How about that? Hopefully it's good, because it's, you know, anytime they put protein in something, they jack the price up on it, don't they? Beer isn't beer without the alcohol. I don't know, man. I had my first ever pint of Guinness 00 this last weekend because I was driving. I thought Guinness 00 was pretty nice. I've never had alcohol-free Guinness before, but honestly, it wasn't bad. Like after I was drinking it for like a few minutes, I kind of forgot that it was non-alcohol. Like the non-alcohol Guinness seems pretty good. Suppose you have to like Guinness. I know some people don't like Guinness. I quite like coffee though, so Guinness is quite like it's sort of a favourite of mine, I guess. Maximus is painting up a ballistus tonight. Cool. Do you know what? I've got 2 ballistuses, man, and I still haven't finished the paint job on either of them. So I've not been running ballistuses in my recent lists, but I'm sure I'll get back to them. So I figured let's finish this impulsor, because I feel like there's an impulsor in every single list I run. The impulsor is such a staple of my style of 40k, so I thought I've been painting this impulsor. I think this might be my 3rd session on stream painting it now. So I figure that's what's on the cards tonight. Like, just get a lot more done on this impulsor. I do have 2 other finished impulsors, so it's not like I don't have any impulsors, but I like this one because it's Death Company colours. So I usually end up fielding this one just because I think it's just a cool difference to all my red, right? John, I'm going to be trying Dante and 10 Vanguard Veterans on Tuesday. Well, good luck. I hope it works out for you. I'm not convinced still, but the math is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So let me know how that goes for you. No, I think you want the shield dome on the impulsor. I'm going to be painting the shield dome here in a second. I think the 5-up invuln save is just too good. I think the 5-up invuln save is honestly what makes impulsors one of the best transport, or one of the... It makes them one of the best units that us Space Marines have, because quite often we just don't get invulnerable saves. Oh, have I broken a bit? Oh, is there a bit missing? Ah, there's maybe a bit missing from this side of the impulsor. God damn it, I must have dropped it. Because there's only one handle. Oh, I'm going to have to go search for that. Damn it. I didn't realise that till right now. That could have been broken for a long time, actually. Alright, that's a job for later. It's very likely the glue has failed me. Hogmanay whiskey. Yeah, I mean, I always drink whiskey at Hogmanay. I think this year I've got a few other bottles of stuff I need to get through, so... I've been drinking a lot of whiskey lately, so, last weekend I was drinking Jura and Lagavulin 10... no, Lagavulin 8. But yeah, I get drunk very quickly on whiskey. I think that's my problem. I mean, whiskey is like one of the few drinks you don't really mix with much, right? Like, you just mix like a tiny bit of water. It's very easy to drink whiskey almost too quickly. Do I like peaty whiskey? Well, Lagavulin's quite peaty, isn't it? I probably prefer Speyside or smoother whiskies. But more recently, I've actually been trying to get into more peaty whiskey, just because there's a lot of whiskies I haven't tried. So, yeah, Lagavulin's a Islay whiskey, I believe. So yeah, I'm working on it. I live in the Speyside region, and if you're familiar with Scotland, that is the region that has like a lot of non-peated whiskies. So it's easy for me to get them. I actually live like 20 minutes from the Macallan distillery, maybe a little bit more, let's say 25. But like, I'm close to the Macallan distillery. If you're ever in Scotland, you should visit the Macallan distillery. It's batshit crazy. It's got this wall of whiskey which has got like, it's got to be like 1,000 bottles of whiskey on the wall. This wall of whiskey is probably worth more than my entire existence. Good morning, Mr. Kazumi. How do you guys deal with Dark Pack spam? I literally cannot combat it. Dark Pack from Chaos Space Marines? I haven't played against it. Elaborate what Dark Pack spam is. I don't really have anyone that plays CSM in my meta. I mean, occasionally Andrew plays CSM, but usually he's playing something quirky when he's playing CSM. Yeah, elaborate on Dark Pack and I'll know what you're on about, or we'll brainstorm it. Lefroy is nice and peaty one. Yeah, do you know what? I don't own a bottle of Lefroy. Maybe one day. Whiskey's gone up a lot in cost, man, since COVID. It's almost doubled here in Scotland. I don't know what it's been like elsewhere, but in Scotland it's got crazy. Like, bottles of whiskey have literally doubled in price in like 5 years. I know inflation has been bad and stuff since COVID, but not 100% in 5 years. You know, I don't know why whiskey's gone up so much, but it's just it's horrendous how much it's gone up. I've got to go. The kids have woken up. Yeah, I don't even know if my kids are asleep yet. I put them to bed, but 50-50 if they actually go to sleep. It's kind of like the World Eater's dice for throwing Blessings of Corn. So these dart packs allow them to roll dice for sustained hits, lethal. If you fail the rolls, you get mortal wounds. Oh yeah, so it buffs the unit. Yeah, so I did play against this one time. I played against it in boarding actions. I feel like I haven't played Chaos Space Marines enough. Like, played against them enough in 10th edition. Like, I think maybe I've had like 2 games. And it would have both have been in like a GT where I was coming up against an army I wasn't really familiar with. Maybe Andrew played like Abaddon. CSM with Abaddon like one time, Black Legion or something. Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know if I can help you on that one. I mean, if they're doing lethals and sustained and it's all in melee, my plan usually is, when I'm dealing with something like that, to try and shoot away half the squad and then charge them. In Scotland, don't you pity more for certain types of booze? Yeah, we have this stupid law now where every unit of booze has a minimum price on it. It's to try and like stop people drinking as much. And the thing is, if people want to drink, like, there's a lot of binge drinking in Scotland, I feel like, and if people want to drink, they'll drink. It doesn't really matter if you put the price up. People, like, you know, when there's a will, there's a way, right? So, I think all the minimum pricing alcohol thing has done is punish people that just didn't drink that much alcohol, but I think they maybe did a study saying like it has dropped some of the binge drinking, but I don't know, man. Fortunately, I don't really partake too serious. Like, I'll drink, but for me it's more like once every, it's probably more than like twice a year. Like, I'm not a big drinker anymore. I mean, I've been going to the gym a lot, and drinking kind of wipes out all that effort I've been putting into the gym, so I'm not really up for trying really hard in the gym to just wipe it out by drinking alcohol like crazy for a couple of nights, right? Morning, Scott, how you doing? What I try to do as well is, but then my charges almost always are bad luck, and when they're good, yeah, I mean, there's a few, like I fought World Eaters a bunch of times this edition, and I think World Eaters are probably a bit like that, in that, like, we can't beat World Eaters in close combat, right? Like, if you get into close combat with the World Eaters, you better be sure as hell that you can kill their units, because if you can't ultimately kill their units, you know, like, even Karn the Betrayer, for example, like, Karn's like 80 points or something ridiculous, maybe he's like 95 now, or even 100, but he just has so many attacks, and like, I think every attack from Karn is flat 3 or something. He's got like 9 attacks or some nonsense. So it's like, you know, if you're playing World Eaters, if you're just going to flat up charge into them and expect to win, nah, don't expect to win. They out-combat us in almost every situation. So it's like, excuse me, when I'm playing against World Eaters, I know that my combat's second. Like, I know that they will do better in melee combat than me. So I feel like when I'm playing against World Eaters, I always have to make sure that I'm charging units that I've already damaged, or I'm overcommitting. You know, like, you do not want to be charging into World Eater's unit going, yeah, maybe I can kill this unit, because if you don't kill them, they will slap you back so hard that, like, you'll just lose the game, sort of due to war of attrition, I would guess. So, yeah, that's a real thing to be aware of, I guess. Like, if you're going to, am I gymming for chocolate? Not really. I'm gymming for gains, man, but yeah. How did you find spending time in Edinburgh? Man, I like Edinburgh. It's fucking expensive, isn't it? Like, a can of Tennent's in Edinburgh is £7. Like, a can. You can buy like 20 cans in the store for like, I don't actually know because I never buy beer in the store, but I imagine you can buy like 12 cans of Tennent's in the store for like $15. So £7 a can is just like daylight robbery, right? But no, I like Edinburgh. I don't visit Edinburgh as much as I possibly could, being it is the capital of Scotland. But I mean, I've visited Edinburgh many times over my life, probably like 20, 30 times. And I like Edinburgh. I think it's a good night out. I think it's... I've never been to they do a big party in Hogmanay in Edinburgh. I'd like to do that one year, actually. They like close the whole street, right? And they do the giant party and the fireworks. I think that'd be great. Excuse me. Andrew says, hey guys, any advice for someone that is just getting into the hobby? I'm just waiting for my first order of minis. Don't buy too much to start with, I would say. Like, like, it's great you've made an order. Try and complete that order, or try and get it to a good state before you go, because it's very tempting to like buy. You know, you see a cool unit, you buy it. You see something else, you buy it. And then before you know it, like I have a box. I was in my garage, not my garage, sorry. I was in the attic today. And what I'm in the process of doing is I'm selling all my kids' toys from like previous Christmases. So that like, because you know, we've got to do Santa presents soon. So, I was selling all my kids' toys from previous Christmases because, like, we've got to go to the store and help Santa and stuff, you know? Like, in my attic, I found, like, a box of, like, Age of Sigmar models that I've had up there for, like... not 10 years, but it's getting close to 10 years, probably like 8 years. So it's like, it's the same as like, you know, when you're at the buffet and you put too much stuff on your plate. Like, if you're getting into the hobby, don't overwhelm yourself with 10 different units. You know, get like 3 units or maybe even 5 units, but like, don't be buying stuff when you've got 5, like, just off stream over here. Like, I got like a huge big pile of like 20 guys. I shit you not, it's 20 guys in progress. They're all just sat there. You know, normally I've got a shelf above me as well, and normally there's guys sat up there, and like I'm quite good in terms of like, I'm quite good at like setting myself targets and keeping things moving. But if you're new and you don't know, you know, you're struggling to get stuff painted and stuff, be careful how much you spend. Like, I mean, it's easy to spend a couple $100, but like, if you've got couple hundred bucks of in-progress stuff, I would say don't go too crazy at the start, because you can end up with like, it's like paralysis. It's like, I've got so much to do, and I don't know what to do, so I'll just end up not doing any of it. Does that make sense? That's the danger, I think. How long is the queue for a members list? There is probably no queue for a members list, Shadow. We're getting to the end of the edition. Send it in tonight. There's a good chance you'll be on tomorrow. For anyone that doesn't know, we always do a show on a Sunday night covering army lists. I tried being aggressive with jump packs, Sanguinary Priest and Death Company jump packs in yesterday, and I killed 4 models. That sounds like really bad luck, dude, but... you know, like, usually if I'm dealing with, like, a really combat-y army, I mean, that's why I take Hellblasters, that's why I take Plasma Inceptors, that's why I take Vindicator tanks. Like, I take a lot of stuff that has AP3. I try and shoot most of the things that I want to charge, and then I try and charge them. And usually once you've shot them with a couple of AP3 units, you've done enough damage. If the charge doesn't finish them off, you're not too worried about your opponent swinging back at you, right? So I think, I mean, Chaos Space Marines are not unbeatable for Blood Angels. Yeah, I haven't played them a lot. I know they can be strong. I feel like I played them in previous editions, probably more. You know, like I remember playing against the Obliterators with their mortal wounds and the Raptors and stuff like this. I feel like they're definitely not unbeatable. I think it's a case of you need to find the right balance and you need to be committing correctly to your engagements. Maybe I'll speak to Brett and see if I can get him to bring some Chaos Space Marines on the channel. It's been a while. My advice is don't do what I did. Have 25,000 points of Marines with less than 1k painted. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Don't do that. Because that will give you the paralysis I'm talking about. Like, that's just too many models. Like, where do you even start? You know, like tonight when I came on stream, I could have literally picked one of 10 things to paint. That's how much my backlog is, and like I said, I'm quite good at just squirreling away and getting shit done. But it takes a while to get, like, when you're first getting into 40k painting, you don't just suddenly have like a good painting ethic. It takes a little while to get used to it. Also, I think when you're new to the painting, if you're struggling with anything, that can actually slow you down as well, because you're worried about, like, I definitely felt like there was a time when I was worried about painting stuff because I didn't think I would be painting it good enough, if that makes sense. Is there anything that I would like to see in the next balanced data slate? Kind of think the balanced data slate is, I don't want to say it's irrelevant at this point, but you know, you could argue the new edition is rumored to launch next summer, June. So we've got 7 months left of this edition. And I guess what we know is that, like, some detachments, like the Lost Brethren, have already been, you know, that detachment's been ignored this entire edition. It came out, it was a really bad detachment, it's just been left really bad for the entire edition. Angelic Host came out, has been really bad, has been left bad for the entire edition. So I think it's almost, I don't want to say it's redundant to be hoping for something in the balanced data slate, but like, I don't know what you could possibly be hoping for in the balanced data slate. Like, we kind of know the status quo by this point, right? Our codex has been out a year. I guess those 2 detachments are never going to be good. They're just detachments that I guess GW just don't care about. So me hoping for something in the balanced data slate seems pointless. I mean, I've got a tournament I'm going to in January, probably be one of the last GTs that I'll end up doing in 10th edition. So I mean, I could hope for some points drops, but I don't think there'll be any meaningful changes between now and the end of the edition, if that's what you're asking. It's too close. And the time to fix those other detachments has passed. I feel like why would they fix them now when they needed fixed 2 years ago, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. They just, and I mean, we can talk about it all day, but like, when you look at the competitive win rates or the competitive upkeep, no one plays those 2 detachments. Like a bit, every time I look at them, it's like, there's 200 players playing Blood Angels this month, 60% play Lag, 40% play Angelic Inheritors, and it's like, and 1 person played Lost Brethren, or it's like, and 1 person played Angelic Host. You know, I've been vocal on that, man. I've made it clear that those detachments stink. I don't know what else I can do. You know, like, I've made my voice clear. I've made videos, I've called it out, I've said they stink. I don't like being negative, and I have been negative. Like, There's a few 40k channels, right, where all they do is negative shit. You look at the recent videos and it's like, you know, when you put up a YouTube channel and you see all the videos like 4, 4, 4, and it's like 4 negative videos, 4 negative videos, 4 negative videos. I've unsubscribed from those channels. I don't watch them anymore. I actively have unsubscribed from them because I'm like, what is this adding is this adding any value to my life? No. So I've unsubscribed to them. When I make a negative video like that, basically saying the lost brethren stinks, or the angelic host stinks, it doesn't sit right with me. I don't like being negative. I enjoy the hobby. I wouldn't be here if I didn't enjoy it. But yeah, so it's a tough one, right? It's a tough one. Hello Phil, good evening. Sorry, did I say hello Boris? Good evening. Bearded Coyote, good evening. Nice to see you guys all. I hope you're all well. Please do leave a like on tonight's stream if you are so inclined. If you don't like the stream, leave a dislike. That's okay too. You don't have to like everything I do. Hell, I don't like everything I do. But yeah, just chilling tonight. Do you know what I was thinking of doing I was thinking of making a video about like those Victrix Guard. Like, how do we kill the new Victrix Guard? Like, because let's face it, they're cool, but ultimately we just want to kill them, right? Like, the best way to delete 6 Victrix Guard. I think they come in squads of 6. Howdy Leviathan guy, good evening. Life is hard enough. Yeah, life is hard enough. Like, why do you need, you know, I don't know if you guys watch Midwinter Minis, but he did a really interesting video on that, where it was like, he made a negative video about 40k and he made a positive video about 40k, and the negative video got almost double the views. I was like, so people love clicking on the controversial videos. But if the controversial video doesn't add anything to your life, if it just stirs up like a bunch of negative stuff, then why are you, you know, like, why you're watching it to what end? I don't get it. Anyway, I'm done. If a channel only produces negative content, I'm not watching it anymore. That's where I'm at with it. So if I ever only just produce negative videos, feel free to just call me out on it. I just tried Desolation Marines and Angelic Inheritors, and they were good fun. Ever given them a shot? I have 10 of them, man. I haven't played them since they took away all the enhancements that made them crazy overpowered, because they were fucking crazy overpowered when they first came out. I think I don't like how much points there are. I've tried a few times to put Desolation Marines into my list, but 200 points for 5 Marines with a rocket launcher just seems like an awful lot of points. Like, I was going to say they're basically the same points as a Sanguinary Guard, maybe just slightly less, right? Seems like a lot of points. Yeah, Blood Angels are not the only you're right, Boris. Blood Angels are not the only army that have had a codex where a lot of the detachments are not good in it. Like, so in general, okay, like, my general hope for 11th edition is that there will be less useless detachments. Because I think the useless detachments don't add anything to the game, and I don't like them. So that's my, if I have to hope for one thing in 11th edition, that is my hope. Do I use Blade Guard at all? I use a squad of my Forge Fathers and I love them. For a long time I was using Blade Guard, man. When I was playing Liberator Assault Group, I literally had Blade Guard in my list every single week. I don't like Blade Guard and Angelic Inheritors, and I think it just comes down to, at Strength 5, I don't think they're that great. In Liberator Assault Group at Strength 7, I think they're pretty great. So I think if you're playing Liberator Assault Group, by all means get those Blade Guard in there. If you're playing Inheritors, they're not my favourite. I've tried them in Inheritors, I've taken them to tournament Inheritors, they kind of underperform for me. I just don't like them in Inheritors. But yeah, Blade Guard are a solid choice. Like, they are a good choice. I mean, when they were 160 points for 5, they were a great choice, but even at 170, they are still a solid choice. So yeah, by all means, Blade Guard good, you know? Do you think Dante should generate a CP? Yes. I think he should get rid of his stupid Battle Shock rule that procs once every friggin' blue moon, and he should get the rule that all the other chapter masters have that give +1 CP, yes. I think +1 CP would be infinitely better than take a Battle Shock within 6 at -1, which never goes off when you actually need it to go off. And even if it does go off, it goes off on the wrong friggin' unit. You know, like, it's like, oh, I'm fighting a Greater Demon. He passed his Battle Shock. Oh, what about that transport behind him? Oh, the transport's Battle Shock. It's like, whoop-de-doo. I hate that rule. It's one of my most hated rules of 10th edition, Dante's Battle Shock. Because you can't plan around it. It's like, you know, you just can't plan on it. It's just not reliable. Like, you know, when you're making plays in Warhammer 40,000, they aren't reliable, but you want some level of reliability. You don't just want to be making a play blindly, right? And I feel like that's what his Battle Shock rule is. Hello, Jason. Good evening. My AdMech have a detachment where at the start of the game I pick an objective and I get rerolls to 1 to wound on just that one objective. That's it. That's the rule. Yeah, that's pretty tragic. That actually makes the Blood Angels Death Company detachment not sound too bad at all, right? But yeah, that's you wouldn't you certainly wouldn't pick that for a tournament, would you? What a crappy detachment. I play Dark Angels, but I like the channel for the factual, no bullshit assessment of 40k. Our codex sucked for opening detachments as well. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to my Games Workshop. Like, my nearest Games Workshop is like a 90-minute drive, unfortunately. But I'm going next weekend because I need to pick up a couple of things, including some paints. And I was thinking I'm going to pick up Azrael next weekend, man.
I have awoken.
Hey, Dozo, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I'm at 22,221 subscribers. So if we get one more subscriber on the stream, I'll be at 22,222. That will be 5 2s. So that'll be pretty cool. I'm wanting to get a screenshot of that. I don't really know why I'm wanting to get a screenshot of that, but I am wanting it. So if someone, next subscriber, I'm going to have to stop for a second and take a screenshot. Next weekend is a holiday. Well, next weekend is Black Friday here, Jason. So the reason I'm going to Games Workshop is because I need to go past the toy store, because we use Black Friday to pick up Santa presents. I don't know if my daughter's awake. Do gifted subs count? No, this is actually like genuine subscribers, not members. But I appreciate the offer, Phil, because I know if I needed something, you would hit me up with some gifted subs. Annabella, why are you in here?
No.
What's happened? How did you?
It was a present for Mommy. As soon as I picked it up, its head fell off.
Alright, well listen, Daddy's gonna have to glue the head, okay? So this is not a job that I can just do right now.
Okay.
Okay, so will you leave that with me and I'll glue the head for tomorrow? When I glue the head though, she's not going to be able to turn her head anymore. Is that going to be a problem?
No, that's okay.
That's okay. Alright, you leave this with me.
Because I want to...
You want her head fixed on. Are you going to sleep, sweetheart? Because you were supposed to be going to sleep. Good night. Do you want a cuddle? Please get some sleep now, okay? Remember? Yeah? Okay. Close eyes. Promise? Kids, man. They're the best thing ever, aren't they? I have 2 GWs in easy distances, James. I never shop there unless it's a store exclusive. It's actually surprising how little they actually keep on the shelves. Do you know what? They keep a full range of Citadel paints, though. And I use Citadel paints. So that's why I want to go past. I'm wanting to get a Necron paint. I think it's a contrast paint. I think it's like maybe like I'm needing a fluorescent green contrast paint. I believe there is one. I'm not actually sure what the paint is. I think it's like Warpstone. I don't think it's Warpstone Glow because I've got Warpstone Glow. I've got yeah, I think there's a Warpstone contrast paint that's brighter than that, like almost like this green, moot green. So I'm needing a contrast paint that's sort of somewhere in between these two paints. Tesseract, is that what it's? Tesseract Glow maybe, or something like that. Yeah, that's probably what I'm needing. If I had a nickel for every time my daughter removed something's head. Yeah, or their foot, or their hands. Yeah, no, you would be a rich man if every, like, there's a tray table over there in this room that just has like all the broken toys on it, and it's just like, okay, that's like my weekends is super gluing broken toys back together. I think I probably actually need to pick up some new super glue, but I'll pick that up from the hardware store. I'm not a fan of GW super glue, I must admit. I don't think it's very good. Even Eternal Crusader. Tesseract Glow, it's a technical paint. Alright, then that's what I need to pick up next week, so that's why I'm going past Games Workshop. But I am thinking I'm going to pick up Azrael. Because at this point I've got Marneus Calgar, I've got Rabuta Gilliman, I've got Tigris, I've got Helbreck, I've got, who's Helbreck's chaplain? What's he called again? Or no, Grimaldus, that's the one. So I've got like 2 Black Templar characters, of 3 Ultramarines characters. I don't have any of the Dark Angels characters, so I think I'm going to pick up a Dark Angel. It'll be my first Dark Angels character. I was thinking about picking up an Invader ATV, but honestly, I don't think I think the ATV's kind of shit, man. Like, someone in chat last week was like, no, I like the ATV, I think it's a good unit to have on my list. I was like, I don't know, man. Every time I play it, I just feel like it's shit. Like, you know, in previous editions, it's got 1 multi-melta on it, right? Like, in previous editions, I feel like a multi-melta was pretty good. You know, because a multi-melta would usually have, like, a somewhat decent wound roll, because it was, like, high strength. But now it's strength 8, like, I just don't think I rate the Invader ATV, so I feel like if I buy the ATV, it's just going to sit on the shelf and I'm not going to play it. So I think I'd rather just spend the same money and buy Azrael for... It means that, like, if I play boarding actions, I could play a game of Dark Angels. And that is something I want to do in the channel in the new edition, is, like, play more than just Blood... Like, so when Blood Angels only have 2 detachments... do I have any knights? No, I can borrow knights. My friends have knights. Like, I've taken... Miles lent me a Castellan Knight for a couple of games, and Gav lent me like 3 Warglavies to take to a tournament, or sorry, I always call them Warglavies, I guess because they got an I in their name. I know they're called just Warglaves. But no, I don't actually own any knights, but I have taken knights to tournaments before, and I have been lent knights before to play in games. So if I wanted a couple of knights, I can do that, but I was thinking Azrael would be cool, because Azrael plus the Sternguard is a pretty great combination. And it would just give me like a Dark Angels character. I don't know how much I can actually do with just one Dark Angels character, probably not that much. But it would be cool to be like, cool, now I own a Dark Angels character. Right? Nothing about the ATV is grim dark. I mean, there's that too, yeah, it looks like a Mario Kart. I think it will forever be known as the Mario Kart, and play Colosseum instead. Yeah, I mean, I want to play Colosseum. Shadow Knight, the problem I have with Colosseum is, and it's not a huge problem. It's just, it's going to cost like $250 for the terrain, right? Because the terrain and the mat costs $200, and then I'll be hit with customs, because the UK sucks for stuff like that, so they'll put customs charges on it. So it'll cost like another $50 in customs charges. So I do want to play Colosseum. It's just going to cost $250. And something that I'm actually wanting to buy in the new year for the channel is I'm wanting to buy like an AI powered camera, because I've seen the one I want. It costs $500 UK, so it's probably like somewhere in the region of like $700 US, maybe even $750. But what it means is, like, see on our weekly battle reports, the cameras will track us using AI as we move around the room. And I think that'll be much better than like just the cameras being kind of static. Like, we'll still have the overhead camera, but the other sort of static camera that catches us at the dice area, like, it won't just need to be static anymore, right? Like, it'll be able to follow us around the room, and it'll be like an AI algorithm, and it'll be able to like zoom in on things. But the camera costs like $800. Well, it's 500 it's 500 UK, and then you've got to buy some software that costs like another 100, so 600 UK. So I imagine it's going to be the best part of like $1,000. And I'm pretty convinced that I'm going to buy it. Like, I am going to buy it. I just need a little bit of time. So it's like that's going to be my plan for like next year. Because I think if we have an AI camera that tracks us, it could like make the battle reports just much better. Yeah. See it's you know, it like I think I would like to buy the official Colosseum train. I think it's super cool. I think they've done a great job with the game mode. But 100 smackaroonies for the software. Apparently you have to buy a lot. Do you know what? I'm sure you've noticed this. Everywhere now wants to sell you software as a subscription, and if you don't want to pay the monthly subscription, then you can pay the big bucks. And I fucking hate the amount of monthly subscription. Like, everything wants to be a monthly subscription now. Like, I remember when I was wanting to learn French, because we were going to France, I just wanted to buy a CD. You know, like a CD that you would listen to, and it would teach you some French. And it was like, no, you can't just buy the CD anymore. You can have a subscription to learn French. And I was like, I don't want a subscription. I want a fucking CD that I can like rip onto like iTunes and then just listen to. I don't want a monthly recurring subscription to learn the language. But it's like the company that used to do that, they used to make the CDs, well, they don't do that anymore, do they? Because they make more money if it's a subscription. And I was like, oh, okay. So I ended up just not doing it, because I was trying to reduce how many subscriptions I have, not increase them, right? That's why I buy vinyl now. I got the new Trivium at their show last week. Oh, were you at Trivium last week, dude? Whereabout was that? Man, I saw Trivium like 10 years ago. I must admit, I haven't been following them as much. But they came to Scotland for Silence in the Snow. I think that was 2015. Yeah, because I didn't have kids then, so it was like 10 years ago. I really liked that Silence in the Snow album, but I must admit I haven't followed them hardly at all since then. Do you know what? Metallica are coming to Scotland next summer, and I think it's the first time since like the year 2000 I'm not going to see Metallica when they come to Scotland, and I'm a little bit sad about it. But it was just going to be like, I think I worked it out that it's basically going to be like £1,000 to go see Metallica by the time you put in travel and you put in hotels, and the tickets are so damn expensive now. And it was like, I just felt like I couldn't justify it as much as I like Metallica. I figure next time they come will probably be their final ever tour because they're getting old, so I'll try and see them then. The Xavier of Whiskey says, "You are the most knowledgeable blood angels here in this chat, so if you can indulge a noob, should I invest in a drill and magnets for my gladiator tank for the variants? Do people need WYSIWYG?" People don't need WYSIWYG typically these days. People are much more relaxed on it. However, the gladiator tank's a bit of a doozy, right? Because it like has a very obvious large turret on it that you know, it's quite clearly a laser, or it's quite clearly like a, what is it, a Gatling cannon? Is that the name of it? Gatling? Onslaught cannon, sorry. I have both my gladiators magnetized. Buying a hobby drill is definitely worth it in the long term. And hobby drill, like, don't buy it from like Games Workshop, or just go on Amazon. Like my hobby drill, I want to say cost $8 or something, and it came with like 20 different size drill heads, and I've had it for like a decade, close to it maybe, and it cost $8. So I'd say like, and it's Black Friday on Amazon as well, because I know it is because I already picked up something on Black Friday. So just go on Amazon, you'll find a tiny drill for like, I bet you can find it for less than $20, and the official one will be more, and it won't be any better. And magnets, you can find them on eBay, dirt cheap. But I mean, in general for this hobby, it's good to have that regardless, because it just gives you options, man. And who knows what the future holds in terms of models, or I would invest in the magnets. But yeah, I think the Lancer is kind of an easy one to magnetize, so I would probably say yes, I would do it. You can use your Audible credits for Pimsleur language tapes. That's what I was wanting to get, actually, Nikki, the Pimsleur one, because I heard the Pimsleur language stuff was really good. But I've been to France now, so I'm probably not going to go back to France for like, I don't want to say a decade, but it'll be a while, you know? So like, do I need to learn French if I'm not going back for a decade? Probably not. But yeah, I think it will probably end up at some point buying a Pimsleur one, because I've heard they're very good. There's a YouTube video that shows you how to build it without magnets. Well, I didn't make that video, so I don't know who did, but evening, real skilling, how are you? But yeah, I haven't actually picked up the Audible trial yet, which is like the 3 months for 99 cents. But I'm gonna do it because it's almost just too good to be true, isn't it? Like, any audiobook for 99 cents is a pretty good deal. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, there's a link on my channel in the description of the video to get 3 months of Audible for like 99 cents per month. Which is pretty great. I wish they did something like that for Disney Plus or Netflix, like 3 months of Disney Plus or Netflix for 99 cents. I'd be all over that. I was in Warhammer World yesterday and they still had 3 boxes of Blood Angels Terminators on the shelf. I hope you bought one because they're already on eBay at like triple the RRP, man. Right? What were we up to at Warhammer World yesterday? I usually end up using my hobby drill the most for like pinning things when there's damage, right? Like you drop the model and it broke in a really awkward position and then you have to pin it back together. That's usually potentially where I end up using my drill the most, but no, I think having a hobby drill is a very important, it's a very useful tool. I'm not scalping. Fair enough, man. I must admit, ever since Marneus Calgar has gone up from like the old Marneus Calgar, like I bought him, he was like $30. I just didn't get round to opening him yet because I ended up running a list that just had Guilliman and Tigris in it. And I must admit, since he's gone up now to like $150, the old Marneus Calgar, there's definitely a part of me that's like, do I need this Marneus Calgar, or should I just sell him for 3 or 4 times the money that I paid for him, right? Like, at some point, you know, at some point the money becomes high enough where you're like, yeah, okay. Or at least that's how it works for me. I think he's talking about they still had the old Terminators, like the Blood Angels Terminators kit. This one, because I've got it right here because I bought it, right? Like this one. The Assault Terminator Squad from, like, it doesn't even have a box. It's from the mid-2000s, I think, or something. I actually don't know. It's an old kit, though. It's not new. Yeah, a lot of people use their drills for drilling the barrels of guns as well, but I honestly think if you drill the barrels of guns, you get too much time in your hands. Who's got time for that? Not me. I've got like 10,000 points of Blood Angels. That's a lot of barrels. Probably have more than 10,000 points now, actually, to be honest. Oh well, maybe it's back down to 10,000 because about 5,000 of it got put to Legends. I always drill the barrels, says Sam. No, I don't do it, man. If they come with drill barrels, great. If they don't, I don't do it. I must admit, they do look nice with drilled barrels. It's just one more step to get them complete, I guess. Only one barrel in my life needs drilling, says Blood Buffalo. There you go. It's Saturday night. We may as well make the stream, like, what would it be, like 15 plus? I like hanging out with you guys on Saturday night. It always makes me laugh. There's always something. I saw this week, I don't know who's been following it, but the big exciting news from the science fiction community. Does anyone know what it was? The news is, next you say you don't paint the inside of your vehicles. Yeah, I know. Tony doesn't paint the bottoms of his vehicles. I actually think that's a good shout. What a waste of time it is painting bottoms of vehicles, huh? They have announced, Amazon has announced, that there's going to be a 4th season of Stargate, and it's not a reboot. I'm very excited about that. I was convinced they were going to reboot it. And I fucking love Stargate SG-1. I mean, I think SG-1 was probably my favourite science fiction show growing up. I mean, I watched a lot of, watched Battlestar Galactica. Watched, a bunch of Star Trek. What other science fiction did I watch growing up? Must have been something. I'm drawing a blank. But no, Stargate SG-1. So there's a new Stargate season that continues on the canon from the last 3. So it's not a reboot. Thank God. Because if it had been a reboot, man, I would have been pissed. Battlestar Galactica was good. Yeah, do you not? I usually wear that top that says "What the Frack" on it, right? I like Battlestar Galactica. It was too short-lived though. It was only like 4 seasons, right? But it was really good. But no, I think SG-1 was probably my favourite. Voyager. I liked Voyager. I watched probably most of it with my dad. I watched Next Generation with my dad. Watched Deep Space Nine with my dad. But no, SG-1 was definitely, it was right up there as one of the best, I feel like. So that will be cool. I'm ready. Amazon will give it a budget of like 1,000 million or something. So I hope it's good, man. I really hope it's good. They got a lot of the original writers back as well, which sounds positive. So that's cool. How big is my collection of Blood Angels? There was a picture I put on the channel a while ago, right? Where it was like... I mean, the picture... do I have it? So this picture was taken... So this was just... This is like fully painted, complete stuff. This picture... Hold on, properties... properties. This picture was taken June 2022. So this was like 3.5 years ago. And this was what was finished. Like, these are finished. So this is what I had finished 3.5 years ago. I'm trying to think what I've added since then. You know, like, because I'm always painting. I'm always adding units. Am I seeing any heavy intercessors? I don't think so. So I've done heavy intercessors since then. I've jump intercessors since then. I know I've got 30 incursors now. I've done 10 firstborn terminators with bolters. I've done 2 gladiator lancers. There's only 1 there. So I've done some of the new Sangre Guard. I've done some new captains. I've done some jump captains. I've also done the new Dante. So fully painted stuff was, I mean, I think at that point when that was I think I have 30 Sangre Guard now. Not that you need 30 anymore, but I did have 30 done. I think I had some more Death Company done again. Not that you would need more, but I've got some done. So at some point, if I need to make a new channel trailer, I'll get it all out. So I've probably done at least 10 more units since then. No Thunderhawk, 6 out of 10. I've got something. I've got the Falchion though. The Falchion is better than the Thunderhawk. Let's see if there's a photo of the Falchion. Honestly, the Falchion is better than the Thunderhawk, man. Look at it. Twin volcano cannon. 8 glass cannons. That was the resin kit as well. You get it plastic now. Of course, the plastic is going to be like 1,000,000 times nicer to work with. But that was the resin kit. This is a cool photo, like looking over the top of the Falchion. Look at it. I haven't did all these stupid. Look at all these stupid bolts. What a waste of time that was. They Legends this. They made it Legends. That thing must have taken like 100 hours. I don't. That thing was so heavy, it hurt me holding it. Like, it was, like, to paint it for like an hour, it was resin. It must, you know, it weighs a serious amount. Just to hold it up for an hour to paint it was a fucking nightmare, man. Yeah, I can't think of the 10 units that I've done since then, but I've definitely done a lot. What am I painting? Apparently I'm reminiscing right now, but no, I have been doing a little bit of painting on an impulsor. What are you guys been painting tonight? That's the next question. Did I finish most of the silver bits now? Yeah, I think so. If they did a plastic Thunderhawk, maybe I would buy that. But if it's still resin, I'm not interested. F Legends, yeah, I hate the Legends idea, man. Do you think they'll bring out another super heavy Space Marine tank? They've kind of been trying to get away from that, right? The new Fellblade doesn't actually build a Falchion. Oh, really? So is the Falchion still resin, man? Is that, do you still have to buy the resin kit? Do you know what pissed me off the most, though? Is like Blood Angels didn't, like, we obviously don't have a Primarch. Like, that should be news to nobody that's in this channel. If it is news to you, then you need to learn a little bit more about the Blood Angels lore. but obviously we don't have a Primark, so I bought that falchion. And the falchion is not a cheap tank. I think when I bought it, it might have been under 200. I think it maybe was like 190. I think now it costs like 250. Maybe I'm wrong. I just did it. I just did it. Look at that. 22,222 subscribers. That's where we're at. Thanks to whoever just subscribed in the stream. Apparently my bot just decided to take the afternoon off and not tell me that that person was subscribed. I've been waiting all day for that to happen. Warhammer Falchion. Oh my goodness, the Falchion has been removed from the Warhammer store? Has it? Can you not buy it anymore? Really? Oh, I don't like this. I mean, I didn't like it when they Legends it. I hate it even more if they've removed it. Someone said there's a rumor it's coming back in plastic. Someone said it's been gone for a couple of months now. Yeah, it's gone. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's gone. Oh, do you know what's funny is I actually emailed Games Workshop about it. I'll show you my email. I forgot that I emailed them about this. When I bought it, I'm trying to find it. Great news, your order is on the way. Thanks for your Forge World order. I paid 185 for it. Yeah, so the thing that annoyed me was I paid 185 for a model that was intended to be like my centerpiece model for my army, because we don't get a Primarch. So this is going to be my centerpiece model. This is going to be the model I build my army around, etc, etc, etc. And then they Legends it. Yeah, so I emailed them about it to say, like, Dear Forge World team, I'd like to advise you of what I think is a mistake with the product I purchased from you. The Relic Falchion as a single model is equipped with a twin heavy bolter, 2 quad las cannons, a twin volcano cannon, and crushing tracks. And then I linked them, the link, I don't know why I linked them, obviously they know what it is. My understanding is a variant on the Legion Fellblade, which includes a twin heavy bolter coming out of the window under the main turret. Like, there should be a twin heavy bolter in this model as well. The datasheet has a twin heavy bolter. However, the Falchion did not come with this part. You know what? They never sent me a replacement part. As such, I've converted a Primaris Marine. This is the little guy on the top. I converted him and gave him 2 Inceptor bolters. I converted him into a twin heavy bolter. So the guy's sitting on the top with his 2 bolter arms. Originally, this was my first version where I just hacked off his arms and stuck heavy bolters on them. This was like the second version. I think I might not have painted that second version. I spent 100 hours on this, and I would love to see my artwork for it on painting Warhammer. They didn't put my artwork anywhere. My Falchion's not that impressive. No, I don't know what I've done with the guy with his 2 bolter arms. But I made that conversion to sit in the top turret to basically say, like, I had to hack off some arms and I had to fix it. I hope this email finds someone on your team that could either improve or fix this model. To help any less experienced or adventurous hobbyists. Look at this. Kind regards. What a nice person I am. But no, I hate Legends, man. The plastic fell blade is 125. The plastic kits would be so much nicer to work with, man. The resin kits were difficult to say the least. And then the fact, like, they don't even come with the right parts because the data sheet didn't even match, I guess. Maybe that's one of the reasons Forge World just went like yeah. I guess the Forge World team never spoke to the Games Workshop team with quite enough detail, did it? Give it 6 months, they'll have it in plastic. Yeah, probably. But I mean, I don't care anymore, I guess, because what uses it in plastic? If it's Legends for 40k, I'm not going to be interested in it, I guess. Uh, 60% of my World Eaters got thrown into Legends. Yeah, I mean, Legends hurts, man. I think the default way of playing the game should be Legends. I think, like, if tournaments want to do, like, ultra competitive, fine. But I would prefer to see more Legends stuff. I think the game was more fun when there was more Legends. There was more variety, there was more there was just more craziness, I guess. Like, I never felt like my Legends units were breaking the balance in any way, shape, or form, I feel like. Games Workshop has no incentive to keep putting stuff into Legends when everyone keeps buying stuff. Yeah, I mean, who knows, man. But yeah, I think I preferred things when Legends was fine. My club have a Christmas game coming up, and I'm going to play all the Legends, Blood Angels, Dreadnoughts. That's nice, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you can still enjoy your models, whichever way you want to enjoy them, it's, you know, that's good. Like, more power to you, man. That's something that I think I need to do more often. Like, I never play Legends on the channel anymore. I don't know. I can't imagine which way it goes, right? Like, do you know what? I'll do it. I'll sort out a Legends game on the channel at some point in the next month or so, or at least before the end of the edition, where we play Legends and we see what it does. Like, does anyone tune in or does no one tune in? You know, because people are just like, it's Legends, we don't give a fuck. Because that was sort of the general sense that I got when, like my friends want to play competitive 40k. So when models go to Legends, they instantly, like, essentially die to them. They're like, well, we don't want to play you because we don't want to play against Legends. We just want to play competitive 40k. I'm like, fine, fair enough. If that's what you want to do, that's what I'll do, you know? I can understand that some people don't want to play against Legends models. I'm hoping for a Librarian Dreadnought next edition. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm hoping for Blood Angels. I mean, I'm probably just mainly hoping for not more Legends. To be honest with you. But hello, P. Wooden. How are you? Hey, Blood Angels Commander, did you see Warhammer opens... Did you see the Warhammer Open in the Netherlands? The first big event from GW in the EU. Is this something you would join? I didn't know anything about this, man. Where was it posted, or... The Netherlands isn't super difficult for me to get to. But I am also in the situation where at the moment, like, I got 2 very young children that need a lot of my time, and I haven't been going to as many tournaments in the last probably like 3 years now, because my children are very young. So I've been actively trying to go to less events, just to be away for less time from my family. I'm sure that I'll get back to a point where like it won't be as important, but when the children are very young and they require a lot of time from you, I have actually, like, there's a guy that keeps running an event, the Brewhammer event, and he keeps asking me, hey, thanks for subscribing, Marek. He's been asking me for like 2 years to come to his event, and I'm like, dude, I will come to your event. I promise you I'll come to your event. I just need my kids to be a little bit older. Thanks so much for subscribing, Born Rage. Like, ultimately, one time I think I want to go to Las Vegas Open. I just think that I'm 5 years away from even being able to probably consider going away for the amount of time that would take me away from the family, if that makes sense. Because I think there's a lot of people that go to the Las Vegas Open. I mean, I'd play in it. I don't expect to do anything. Like, I wouldn't even expect to come like top 100 or whatnot, but I think it would be a cool experience to go to and play and, you know, meet people. Like, one of my favourite parts of going to tournaments is to just meet new people. I think the best we're going to get next edition is a Jump Pack Priest. Do you think the Jump Pack Priest could possibly be Carbolo, or you don't think they'll bring Carbolo back, James? Do you think that's a possibility? I think I'd like to see the return of Carbolo. I think keep the Sangreal Priest on foot and then give Carbolo a Jump Pack, and then you've got 2 distinct units. That's what I would do. $40k tickets sometimes do sell out insanely quickly. There's a tournament that's like near me, and the tickets went on sale, I want to say, let's say the tickets went on sale on like the Monday morning. So I know the TO personally, and he messaged me on the Monday morning and was like, this tournament's going on sale today. If you want a ticket, you probably need to, you know, you need to be on it, basically. Sam, thanks so much for subscribing, dude. I appreciate it. So he messaged me and said, like, the tickets are going on sale today, just like a friendly reminder. And I was like, oh, dude, thanks, because I probably would have forgotten. So I bought the ticket, like, walking to work on my phone at like 8:30 in the morning. I guess, like, almost as soon as the tickets went on sale. And my boss got into work, let's say 10 o'clock or something. My boss doesn't always come in, like, quite as early as I am, and I said to him, like, oh, tickets are on sale, and they were already sold out. So it was like, this is like a 36 or maybe even a 40 player GT, and it's sold out like an hour after the tickets go on sale. Please do get over into the Discord, Sam, and get yourself into the members only room. I try and always like chat to the members in the members only room like every week, so you know, please make yourself known over there and come say hi. It's one of the perks of being a channel member. Good evening, Highland Phoenix. How are you? Anyone else going to take paper in a Krampus March this December? I don't know what that means. I'm very uncultured. Probably. Like, isn't Krampus like a German thing? Like German Santa or something? Or am I thinking of something completely different? Were you pleased with the Scotland? My boss also plays 40k. My boss is Andrew, the guy that's on the channel all the time, playing all the win at all costs lists, man. He is my he's my boss in my day job. In fact, the live battle reports we play are like in the staff room at my office. Like Andrew set that up. It's his business, it's his room. I'm very fortunate to be able to use it. Man, this week's Death Guard game was horrible. He had so many demons, and that enhancement that the greater demon had, where you can just like deep strike all the demons within 6 inches of me, is just like like I feel like I just got bogged down so hard this week and didn't really know how to deal with it. Tom, thanks for hanging out. Honestly, I like Corbolo, but he's never had a jump pack. Yeah, I mean, he's never had a jump pack, you're right. But what would be the point in bringing him back without a jump pack when we already have the Sanguinary Priest without a jump pack, right? It would just be pointless. I mean, like, it was almost pointless when... Like, no one used Corbolo, right, before, when the Sanguinary Priest had a jump pack, so why would they start using him now? Like, I think Corbolo needs to come back with a jump pack. I mean, all the other name characters, I suppose except Mephiston, who used to have a set of wings, and technically probably should still have a set of wings, have a jump pack, right? Can you believe it was 1998 the last time Scotland were at the World Cup? Yeah, I mean, I remember watching that game in 1998, the last time we were at the World Cup, Highland Phoenix. I can tell you where I was at, I can tell you which friend I was at. I imagine at the time I never thought it was going to be 30 years before we got to another World Cup. So I'm very happy that we're finally back to the World Cup. And what a goal it was! Like, McTominay's goal, man. It's one of the best goals I've ever seen in football. One of the best bicycle kicks you will ever see, honestly. Sanguinor, thank you so much for being subscribed. I appreciate it, man. GW would absolutely give us back Corbolo without the jump. Yeah, well, I mean, they might, but it's, like I said, I think it's pointless. Like, he needs to be different. But you're right, they might just bring him back as is without the jump pack. But like, to me, that would be not a waste, but kind of is, I guess. Do you think Gabriel Seth will be back? That's another good question. Hello, come in. Annabella, your bedtime is 7 o'clock. It is 1 minute past 10. Right, well, tell me this. Is the light in your bedroom off?
Mm,
Yes. And are you closing your eyes?
mm,
Look at me.
yeah.
Are you definitely closing your eyes?
But it's not working.
It's not working. Have you put on your story? Right, listen. It's 10 o'clock. You need to be up in the morning. What are you doing? Right, it's not funny anymore, sweet. Okay. Do you need me to come and tuck you in?
I think maybe I would like someone to stay with me.
Come on, I'll come stay with you for a bit. Evening. Oh, jeez. Richie still puts stories on to sleep. No, I don't blame you. I listen to music to go to sleep, man. Is that what we're calling it, a little Horus? Could be worse. Man, she just sometimes takes forever to get to sleep. I'll probably have to go back there in a couple of minutes. Like, she's not asleep, but I think sometimes it's harder when I'm there, because she keeps checking if I'm there. God, edge highlighting tanks, man. Ain't that fun? It's like that great Guns N' Roses song. It's such fun! Such fun! Man, what year was that song? It would have been like... Was it Appetite of Destruction? 1991? Thanks, Michael. I appreciate it. I don't know why I do this to myself. I don't know why I paint Death Company tanks. Guess the end result is worth it, right? Your son is 25, man. Wow. I forget how much of a like broad audience we have in terms of ages, man, sometimes. I always feel like I'm an older player when it comes to Warhammer, you know? Then maybe not as old as I think I am sometimes. Oh, Nora, I'm the same. My daughter just turned 6, and my son turns 4 next, like in 2 weeks. So I'm the same in terms of like I just had a 3 and 5-year-old, so now I'm gonna have a 4 and 6-year-old. I feel like every year is so much easier than the last. Like 3 and 5 definitely feels easier than like 2 and 4, and I feel like 2 and 4 definitely feels easier than 1 and 3, you know? So I'm hoping moving forward 4 and 6 is going to feel much easier than 3 and 5. I think so. I think so. You know, just being able to talk to them more like they're humans. Well, they are humans, obviously. You know, I'm not an alien, I'm not a xenomorph. But, you know, like you can reason with them more, I guess. You know, like you can't reason with a 2-year-old, you know. You can reason with a 6-year-old, though. Quite broad indeed. You mentioned a Guns N' Roses song that came out in 91. I wasn't even born in 91. Oh, dude. And you missed Guns N' Roses almost completely, I think, because they like broke up by like 93 or something. Actually, I think the last album they did before they broke up was the Spaghetti Incident. Yes, that was the name of the album, and the album cover was just spaghetti on it. Like, you know, like spaghetti and ketchup. That wasn't even a good album, to be honest. I think it was all covers or mostly covers. And I feel like the Impulsor, for the amount of points it is, you know, like 80 points, it takes a horrendous amount of time to paint. Hello, Commodore. Are you getting any time, Highland Phoenix, yet with your kid? I think when we talked last, it was like the kid was getting to like 6 months old. I think you are getting to a point where you will get some hobby time back now. I think there's a period between like when they're like 6 months old and like a few years old where they will whereas a parent you'll get quite a bit of time because they go to bed early and then you get the evenings back. I think you'll be on track for some decent hobby time, Highland Phoenix. No time yet. Well, I think the time will come, man. I'm sure it will. I mean, I guess when my kid was like 1 year old, yeah, it was about, because I started my YouTube channel in August. My daughter was born in like November, so when my kid was like 9 months old, I found enough time in the week to start a YouTube channel. So maybe for the first 9 months you're pretty busy, and then after that, some time appears. But I mean, like, my boy's almost 4, man, and he goes to sleep at like, he's the best for going to sleep. I climb into bed with him at like 7:05, and like most nights he's just asleep by like 10 past. He doesn't mess around, just lies down, closes his eyes, he's asleep in like 5 minutes, and then it's like, cool, I have my evening again. feel like I'm going to have to go back over a bunch of the bits that I painted grey and like try and clean them up as well. Like, these stupid metal feet are just difficult to paint around, you know that? Well, I don't know what they're called, anti-gravity platforms or something. Every time I watch your painting stream, you're painting different stuff, and sometimes you're going over things you've started before. Don't you like to finish units to move on? I mean, I do like to finish units, but I also like to play units on the table. I've got those 20 Terminators I was painting the other week just sat to the side of me, man. Sometimes I mean, like, the Terminators are a passion project, right? Because they're not competitive right now. Whereas the Impulsor is something that's actually, I'm actually using it every week in my battle reports. It is actually a competitive unit right now. I have a lot of finished stuff though, so I have the luxury of just jumping onto something if I want to paint it or not, I guess. Sometimes I'm doing it for a passion, sometimes I'm doing it for competitive. This one's being painted because it gets into a lot of competitive lists. But I like to have lots of options painted up with 3 colours, because the other thing I feel like 3 colours lets me do is play them on the channel, right? You very rarely see me play anything on my channel that is grey. Like, I just generally don't paint. I just generally don't use units on my channel if they're not painted to the standard. So I've been using this tank for ages on my channel, but it's not up to scratch, right? Like, it's not horrible. It's usable. Works on stream. It's obviously not finished. So that's kind of why I'm doing it right now, because I've been using it a lot. Do I need to come back to the 20 odd Terminators I was painting last time? Yeah, 100%. But I'm not using these guys in battle reports at the moment, so they're just... Plus, you know, sometimes things can be a bit daunting. Like, I'm looking over that pile of like, it literally is like 20 of these guys, right? I'm looking over at that. It can be quite daunting. Like, and I'll paint for 2 hours and I'll feel like I've made very little progress. So I'm feeling a bit daunted by them at the moment, I must admit. So I'm just doing something that needs finished anyway, which is this tank. It's like one model, you know, so it feels more manageable. I don't know, maybe I jump around too much. If I didn't have so much finished stuff, because they were asking earlier in the stream, like, you know, people were saying, like, how much stuff have you actually got finished? I showed a photo, I can show it again. Yeah, like, this is my pile of finished. This photo was taken 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago actually. So this is what I had finished 2.5 years ago. So, I mean, I've got finished stuff, right? I think I've got a few more tanks, a few more dreadnoughts that are finished since then. Yeah, because I've got 2 Lancers. I know I've got 30 of these guys now. I know I've got Jump Intercessors now. I know I've got 30 Sangre Guard now. So, I jump around, man. Oh, I've got 10 finished Bolter Terminators as well now. Well, I say finished, they just need tidied up. I like to tidy things up as well, right? Like, that's what I'm doing at the moment on this fucking edge highlighting. Just trying to make it more respectable. Like, it's a bit messy in places. I feel like my edge highlighting always is messy. Like, it always looks better if I go over it, so I just inevitably end up going over it. Yeah, I mean, I think here's the most important thing, though, right? The most important thing with anything probably in life is consistency, right? You know, like if you're consistent in picking up the paintbrush every week, does it matter if you're jumping around a bit, as long as you are consistently painting? Which I am. Like there's rarely a week that goes, like unless I'm like away out of town or something, there's rarely a week that goes past that I don't paint. Back to my original question. Have you seen weapons be better or worse over editions, e.g. power fists and plasma pistols on jump captains? Oh yeah, dude, they change the fucking good weapons every edition, man. Like what is good this edition will probably be not good next. Like that stuff changes like every edition. Fortunately, they've been changing it so much, though, a lot of people have basically got to the point where they don't care about WYSIWYG anymore. Because there was a period of time where everybody was very, very, very focused on WYSIWYG, right? And I think that's almost gone the way of the dinosaur, where like most people don't care anymore. So Games Workshop have almost done that to themselves by changing it so often that people can't keep up. So now people just choose not to keep up, I feel like. And boy am I glad the amount of times I've had to like change weapon options or remake models that I didn't magnetize, you know, like I'm so happy that the WYSIWYG crowd is. I'm so happy that WYSIWYG isn't important as it was, because it's honestly a nightmare, and it ate up a lot of time. You know, like you've done 10 Vanguard veterans with storm shields, alright, and the ones with storm shields are not that good anymore now, you need plasma pistols, you know, you're like, oh man, I just finished 10 of them, and all that shit costs money as well, right? You know, like I literally bought had to buy, what, 4 boxes of Vanguard veterans, and even then, probably didn't have the optimal weapon loadouts. Yeah, I mean, I genuinely tried to get more armies on the channel. Like it's good for me to have a varied number of opponents on the channel, because as well as it lets me practice against the other armies, I feel like it's more interesting to see more different armies on the channel. It's just not always possible, right? Like my channel isn't you know, like I'm not Tabletop Tactics, I don't have 100,000 subscribers, I don't make enough money on the channel to like pay people to be my enemies on battle reports. So I'm almost at the mercy of like who can I get on the channel for like which friend has which army, right? Like, but yeah, no, I like having variance on the channel. I like bringing in new armies. I would do it more if it was possible, man. It's just logistics, I guess, right? The best thing to do for pistols is keep them holstered. Yeah, you're 100% right, Commodore. If you are making models that have pistols, if you just put a holster on them and just put some weapon in their hand, that's probably the best way of doing it, because then you can just say, oh, he's got such and such a pistol in his holster, right? I've got 75 points left in my lag list. Do I take a jump pack chaplain to run with my 5 jump intercessors, or to take 3 suppressors? I personally probably take the jump pack captain, because it gives you more, or sorry, the jump pack chaplain, because it gives you more mortal wounds and he makes your jump intercessors a much better trading proposition. I've tried suppressors a few times. I don't know if I just suck at playing them, but every time I play them I really don't feel like I get a lot of value out of them, so maybe suppressors are just not a unit that I know how to use. I think I must have tried them 5 times. Maybe that's not enough times, maybe I need to try them 6, 7, 8, but Some people like suppressors. There's a few people that watch the channel that swear by suppressors, but I always seem to struggle to make them work, right? Phil says if we were a tad closer. Yeah, I mean, Phil, if it didn't cost you about $2,000 to get here for the battle reports, we would have you on, you know we would. I mean, I think if suppressors can sit on a high piece of terrain 48 inches away and make an enemy -1 to hit, it's not the worst idea. I don't know, every time I've used suppressors, I feel like they've underperformed on me. But then I wonder if I just haven't had enough practice with them, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing with them, or how I'm supposed to best use them, right? I watched your video on Van Vets. Are you going to be running them in the next list? Dude, I don't really run Van Vets this edition. I'm also not running Dante because I kind of feel like, personally, I think he's kind of expensive for what he brings. And like I've attested a few times that I don't think Dante's a reliable character because his rule is not reliable. So, no, I'm not running Vanguard Veterans at the moment. I'm running double Vindicator Tank, because double Vindicator Tank at strength 14 with AP 3 and a fuckload of shots is usually pretty reliable, you know? So, no, I mean, if you want to run Dante and the Vanguard Veterans, I don't think it's a bad choice, but it's not... I cover things that I don't run as well, right? Like I try and look at the full picture for Blood Angels. I don't want to be like, I don't run this unit, so I'm not going to cover it on the channel, right? Like I want to cover more, like you know, like I cover more than whatever, like what I like and what I run. If that makes sense. If you think suppressors were Gravis, I think suppressors should have been Gravis, Marius. I think you're right. How are you, Marius? You still building Ultramarines? I need to do. I was talking about I need to do a video on how to kill the Victrix Scar, don't I? Evening, Calgar. How you doing? Tom says, thanks, man. I love your content. I totally agree that suppressors are suboptimal, but I just thought they'd bring something different. I mean, I've used I think the Jump Chaplain is good with Death Company as well. If you haven't, you know, if you've got a small squad of Death Company, I think the Jump Chaplain has value in that squad too. He's going to be building Ultramarines for the next 3 years. Well, that'll keep him happy, man. Do Ultramarines need so many releases? That's got to be the main question. I mean, even if Ultramarines get 10 more releases, they still won't be as good as Blood Angels, will they? But then I don't suppose anyone can be as good as the best, you know? There always has to be a best. There'll always be the Angels in Red. What's Stunning Fusillade again? Is that the sustained one, or is that something else? Oh, the +1 ballistic skill, +1 AP. Do you know what? This week or was it was last week, I put my Inceptors up on a tall building to get plunging fire, and it's something I don't normally do. And the cool thing about Angelic Inheritors is, like, you can put them up on that tall building and then next turn just lift them off and put them somewhere else. So it felt pretty cool to be on low power and still have AP3. Because normally when my guys are on high power, I always end up killing some of my own guys, right? So if you're only shooting into models that have 2 wounds, putting them up on a high building and then just going, oh well, plunging fire. I'll still be AP3, but I won't have to overcharge. I'll still do 2 damage. And like you said, Oath the Moment on the Inceptors, it's very cool. It seemed, you know, it was the first time I'd done it, it seemed cool anyway. How many hazardous did you roll? I always seem to roll badly for my Inceptors hazardous. Like, it just always happens. This week I actually really wanted my Hellbasters to kill themselves as well, so I could do a bit more shooting, and they just wouldn't. I was really annoyed, actually. Hellbasters let me down this week. None of them dying, actually, was a bad thing. I did a thing today. I used 6 Dreads, I went 3-0 in lag, 2 Invictors, 2 Redemptors, and 2 Brutalis. Wow. No one would know how to play against that because no one is running 6 Dreads, but congratulations on going 3-0. Were you at an event, or were you just friendly playing? How many Death Company are best with Astaroth? I mean, I don't run Astaroth this edition, man. I feel like a generic chaplain with +1 to wound is honestly more valuable, because when you have devastating wounds, but you've got no real way to reroll the wounds, it can be pretty risky, I find. Like, I went into a Great Unclean One or something and rolled like no 6s, and Astaroth and his crew just did very, very little. Whereas I feel like the +1 to wound would have been more useful. Maybe it's just the Death Company plus Astaroth is swingy. I mean, if you're determined to play Astaroth because you've just got him painted, I'd just do 5 with him. I think he's too swingy to run the 10. He's probably too swingy to even run with a 5. But at least with a 5, it won't feel horrible if he swings really low. Whereas with a 10, if you swing really low, you probably lose the game because you just lost like a 300-point unit. You YOLO'd in with a 300-point unit and you're not going to do anything. Is the Librarian Dreadnought coming back? I mean, nobody knows, man. Blood Angel's Codex was gutted pretty hard though, right? So it would be surprising if we got nothing back. You know, if you look at the Space Wolf Codex, if you look how much of their models they got to keep, you know, like all the Firstborn Dreads and stuff, and you look at how bad our Codex was gutted, like, if we can agree on our Codex that the Death Company on foot data sheets are an absolute joke, like, nobody runs them, right? They're terrible. We already established the Lost Brethren detachment is kind of terrible, so if we assume that nobody runs the Death Company on foot and those data sheets are terrible, like we don't need those data sheets next edition. They don't add any value to the game. I feel like we just don't need them. So if you strip out the Death Company data sheets that we don't need, then our Codex data sheets is like there's like 7 of them or something. Like there really isn't that many. So should we get something back? Hope so. I think so. Uh, 50% of the Blood Angels Codex is dead. Yes. Yeah. There was a. The Codex this edition hasn't been. It's not a great book. So what's going in the Death Company Impulsor? Ironically, not Death Company. I painted a Death Company Redemptor Dreadnought as well, because ironically, there's basically no Death Company in the lists that I've been running, and I wanted to represent the Death Company in some way, so I painted a Redemptor Dreadnought Death Company, but obviously we don't really play Redemptor Dreadnoughts much these days either. And what's going in the Death Company Impulsor? Probably Hellblasters. So yeah, that kind of indicates just where our Codex is. If we're better, you know, we've got this unique book, but we're better just taking the generic Space Marine stuff. I kind of hate that. Like, I feel like the units from the Codex should just be like, they could make them more expensive, or they could do something to make it, you know, they could even limit how many you could play in an army or something. But yeah, I mean, it's a weird one, right? Uh, 50% of most codexes are dead. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of junk in the Codex Space Marines as well, to be honest. You are right. I think we've done so many videos on saying what's junk in Codex Space Marines. We probably don't need to cover that again. Death Company and Foot need a special rule. Yeah, they need more than just a special rule. They need some weapon options, I feel like. But a 3-inch charge coming out of drop pod does actually sound pretty cool. That would be useful. Make Death Company drop pods spram a thing. Drop pods don't fit too well into the new board size though, that's a problem, isn't it? Death Company Reavers with skull helmets, that sounds cool, but... sorry, Death Company Hellblasters with skull helmets, that does sound cool actually. I don't think I've seen anyone paint Hellblasters as Death Company. I mean, back in the day, Death Company used to quite often have plasma pistols, so it isn't that big a reach, right, to imagine that we'd have Hellblasting Death Company. I like it. It's a cool idea. Maybe if I ever do more Hellblasters. I just don't know why I would ever need more than 10, unfortunately. With the mostly release of the new Primaris Jump Pack Veterans, yeah, I think we're going to get Vanguard Veterans with Jump Packs. I think that's going to be part of the 11th edition box set. I'd be really surprised. Because I think Vanguard Veterans are quite iconic. I think they're going to stick around. So I think 11th edition box set is going to be Vanguard Veterans.
I have awoken.
Oi! Defying science. We've got all the people subscribing tonight now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't know where everyone's come from tonight. What are my thoughts on the recent Hellblaster use? I think in Angelic Inheritors, Hellblasters are pretty cool. I think in Stormlands, they're pretty good as well. I was using them in Stormlands, obviously. I mean, I think they're cheap. I think they do a good amount of damage. I think if you've got some sort of way to add Ignore Cover to them, they're pretty great because of the AP3. I like Hellblasters. I'm a big fan of Hellblasters actually now. I like them in the Impulsor as well because you get to shoot. Basically, the Impulsor gets 10 plasma gun shots, and then you just take some mortal wounds on the Impulsor, right? It's pretty decent. It feels like. If you're playing Angelic Inheritors, I think there's worse things you can take than Hellblasters for sure. I needed the problem I was having with Inheritors was I was struggling with Blade Guard because they're only strength 5 in that detachment, and I really dislike that. Nachuta, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate it, dude. It's 2 new members tonight, which is cool. Thank you so much. I kind of do this channel as my second job. You know, and sometimes it's sometimes it can be quite slow. I think everybody's been getting crunched, right? The whole fucking world's got so expensive, so it's been really slow of late. So I really appreciate the channel membership. Thank you so much. I actually can't believe how expensive some things are now in this world. Like, I don't really go to Starbucks. I was in there with my boss because he wanted to get Starbucks. And here in the UK now, like a Frappuccino in Starbucks is like £7, which I imagine is like $10. But, I mean, I haven't gone to Starbucks in years, man. Probably about 10 years ago, I stopped buying coffees like out and about because just money, basically. I just thought like coffee is getting too expensive to, you know. Yeah, coffee's just getting too expensive to have. Like, I used to go to Starbucks like twice a day. I'm like, hold on a minute. If I'm spending $10 on coffee twice a day in a year, that's like $3,000. Yeah, no. Like, that's not happening. That's fucking crazy. So about 10 years ago, I stopped like going to Starbucks and places like that. But I honestly can't believe how expensive it is now. So thanks so much for the subscription. I very much appreciate it. Please do get yourself over to the members room. We try and have a bit of a laugh in the members room. I did buy that new StarCraft model. I don't know, guys, if you'd been watching that new StarCraft game. There's a StarCraft game coming out, a board game based on StarCraft. It looks super fucking cool, by the way. I don't know if it'll be any good, but the model looks super cool. So I've bought this new StarCraft model. I have next Friday off work. It's like kind of near the end of the year, and I've got some holidays left to take. So I've got next Friday off work. So I'm going to do a video about the new StarCraft model next Friday. I've got it here on my desk. I need to unbox it. I want to make it. Just to give a comparison with the quality versus Games Workshop models. Because I don't know if it's going to be any good. Hey, Commodore, thank you so much for the gifted, dude. That's very generous of you. I appreciate you sending me over that Angelic Inheritors list as well. I just didn't want to do 2 weeks in a row of Angelic Inheritors, but maybe next week, if not the week after, probably. I don't think the starter box will be Blood Angels, man. It never is. It's always Ultramarines. But I mean, you go back like 20 years to 2nd edition, yeah, it was kind of Blood Angels. But no, I think the starter box is 100% going to be Ultramarines. Or I don't even know if you want to call it Ultramarines, just generic Marines. I think it's just going to be generic Marines that everybody can use, because that'll get them the most sales of the starter box, right? So I think it'll be Vanguard Veterans for sure. It might have that new Jump Captain that we just saw in it with the Thunderhammer, because that's kind of a new option. So maybe a new Jump Captain to lead those Vanguard Veterans would make sense. But yeah, no, I really do appreciate the gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Did my counter update? No. I'll update it after the stream. The counter seems a bit temperamental at the moment. The Jump Back Apothecary could be a cool double as a Sangry Priest. Yeah, do you know what the Apothecary is like? Yeah, we all know it'll be Ultramarines. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not necessarily going to be Ultramarines, is it? It's going to be generic Marines that every chapter of Marines can use. But in the box art, I imagine it's going to be Ultramarines, same as Leviathan, same as Dark Imperium, same as what was before Dark Imperium, Leviathan, Dark Imperium, and Indomitus, right? So it's going to be generic Marines everybody can use, which is fine. It's good to get generic Marines everybody can use. But like, I know that there's been rumors that it's going to be Blood Angels. It's not. I don't know who's making those rumors. It's just clickbait YouTube videos. I honestly don't watch them anymore, because I'm like, it's not going to be Blood Angels, man. I'd be willing to bet a lot of money. I don't know how much money. It's just not going to be Blood Angels. Like, it's just not. Didn't they do Black Templars on the box art one time? Yeah, I mean, if we're going back, like, you know, it was Blood Angels in the box art in 2nd edition. I think 3rd edition was Dark Angels, but like, recently it's always been the Ultras. Since sort of the launch of the Primaris Marines, it's been Ultras every time. I don't see that changing. I don't know why it would change. It's just Ultras on the box or something. They probably checked it. It's I sort of hate to say this, is it's probably like it's probably not politically correct if I say this, but it's probably something like they've checked it and most men associate with the colour blue or something like that. So probably with them being blue, it gets the biggest demographic, and then it probably sells more. Because, like, you see the reports every year. Games Workshop are a pretty switched on company. I think there was an article this week that said that they've made like all this profit again. They're massively successful. They're worth $6 billion on the stock exchange or something, right? They're not doing things by chance. They're doing things via data, and they're doing things that are, you know, that are going to sell the most models, right? So if they know that that's going to be Ultramarines for whatever reason, that like it is sort of like a ingrained thing where like I see it with my son every day. He just fucking loves blue, man. Like, we're watching football on the TV, he wants to support the blue team, you know? Like, there's probably something there that they've figured out that, like, you know, you show 100 people Marines in blue or Marines in red, and the blues get more clicks. Like, they've got to have that data. They'll know that data. So it'll be ultras. Like, you think things are done by chance these days, but they're not. They've got algorithms for everything. They know everything about you. Like, Facebook knows everything about you. Like, I've got this thing now where, like, I've been not that many, but I've been buying over the last couple of years. So I moved into this house that I live in 5 years ago, right? And I kind of did this clear out of my wardrobe, and I was like, what brushes do you use? Are you in the UK? Jellybean, are you in the UK, or where do you live? Because if you're in the UK, I can help you out, but if you're not in the UK, then I'm going to struggle, because I don't know the best brands in other regions. So I've been living in this house now for 5 years. That's about, I think it's 5 years next October, so I guess 4 years and change. And one of the things that I started doing about a year ago was I went through my wardrobe and was like, if I have not worn some clothes in the 5 years that I've been living in this house, I'm putting them on eBay, right? Because it's like, why the fuck am I keeping clothes that I haven't worn in 5 years? Like, they're just taking up space. I'm not wearing them, obviously, because I've not worn them once in like 4 years, so how is that going to change? So I sold like loads of clothes. Like I went through my entire wardrobe, anything I've not worn since I moved into this house, which was a lot of items, right? Sold them all, put them all on eBay. I've actually got like I was listing stuff for my old kids' birthday presents and Christmas presents this day. So I already got like 30. I've got like 30 listings live on eBay at the moment, right? So if I'm not wearing it, why the fuck am I keeping it, right? It's a good thing to do as well. I'll remove clutter from my house. So I bought some flannel shirts, like 2 or 3 flannel shirts. See my Facebook feed now. All it shows me is flannel shirts. It's like, you like flannel shirts? We know you like flannel shirts. We know you bought some recently. However it knows I bought some. It's like, it just showed me flannel shirts from every single brand under the sun. And it's like, I've never once said to Facebook, hey, I quite like flannel shirts. But it fucking knows. And it probably has, it somehow knows my, like, somehow that's linked back to my credit card or something, and it knows that I've bought some flannel shirts. And they're just like, every day I open up my Facebook feed, I don't see posts from my friends. Have you noticed that on Facebook? You don't see your friends' posts anymore. You just see adverts. And it's just like flannel shirts, because I bought a couple of flannel shirts. I mean, Facebook have managed to do that without us realizing that, like, you remember in the old day, you used to just see your friends' posts on Facebook, and now you just see shit. If in the UK, I would head over to Element Games. There's a link in the video description, Jellybean.
I have awoken.
Here you go, Element Games character brush. I wouldn't use these for like tanks, which is what I'm painting just now. I would use a shit cheap brush for a tank. I'm actually using a synthetic layer medium brush from Games Workshop, because these things cost like £3. And obviously I don't need to have the same level of fine detail on a tank. These Element Games ones are great for characters or infantry, but they are probably closer to $10. Where about in Scotland am I? I'm right up the north, near Inverness.
I have awoken.
Is there any kids in Warhammer these days? Asked Frankenstein. I mean, I'm sure there is kids. I mean, there will be kids. There is kids clubs that still play 40k and stuff like that. Nachuda, thank you so much for the gifted, dude. 5 gifted memberships and becoming a channel member tonight. That's very generous of you. I appreciate it. But yeah, definitely check out Element Games, man. I've been using their brushes for years. I feel like you probably want to go into Amazon and look for this. It costs like $5. This will last you probably like over a year, and it's just like brush soap. So after a session of painting, you just put some more water on your brush and just like rub it across the top of this a little bit. Let this stuff sit in the bristles for a couple of minutes, and then just gently wash it out. This adds so much length to the brushes, like there's so much longevity to them. And I think this tub costs like $5, and like again lasts. I think I've been back in the hobby almost 10 years. This is like my 3rd tub of this stuff, so it lasts forever. But yeah, I really like the Element Games brushes. They're cheap, they're durable. I think they're better than the Games Workshop ones, and they're cheaper. And if you buy the brushes using the link in the video description, like I think I get like 3% of the cost or something. Like you support the channel as well, so it's super appreciated. But yeah, thanks so much for the gifted subs, Natura. I expect to see you in the channel member Discord tomorrow. If you're not there, I'll come hunting for you. Like, how dare you give gifted memberships and not be in the members only room? I'm just fucking with you. But no, I do appreciate it, thank you. This has been like my best stream in ages. We get like new members, new subscribers, bunch of gifted. Thank you guys. Thank you. Sometimes though, right, I think when you logged in the tutor, you were asking like, why am I not painting the same unit that I was painting last time? Painting vehicles is pretty chill. You know, like sometimes when you're painting infantry, like you need to be like super switched on. You need to like, you know, take a lot of time. Every brush stroke needs to be like perfect, right? When you're painting a vehicle like this, even though I am doing like the edge highlighting stuff, it's a bit more chill, I would say, right? Because it's just a bigger canvas essentially to work with. So you know, like if you're feeling overwhelmed with something, then this is for me, this is cool, because it's just like, vehicle, it's quite chill, man. Am I going to null oil the silver? Yeah, 100%. I just haven't done it yet. I was actually going to paint some brass scorpion onto the silver as well, to try and like basically just not have it all one color monotone silver, right? So like on the events here, I'll probably do some brass scorpion on them. I was going to say, I haven't really decided. I mean, I could do these little raised bits, brass scorpion or something. You know, like how I put some gold there. You know, something. I don't mind big splotches of grey that's just, but like, I definitely feel like there could definitely be some brass like mixed in somewhere here to just give it a little bit more. Like I generally try and aim for like a battle ready style of painting. Like, I'm not trying to win Golden Demon or nothing, but if I can do a little bit more, like, I want to say my painting always is like Battle Ready Plus. And when I mean plus, I just mean like a little bit more than basic. Because I am quite, I'm not judgy, in that, like, if I go to a tournament and someone else has done a very basic paint job, I'm never going to say to them, oh, that's a bit of a basic paint job, and be mean. But I do, you know, like, I do like it when people compliment me on my armies for, like, being cool or unique or something like that, right? So I guess, like, a little bit more of Battle Ready is where I like to land. Just checking, the most popular colours worldwide. It's blue, then green and purple, then red, and it's blue by some margin. There you go, Nathan. See, so I told you I was right. I actually thought it would be quite controversial. I actually thought that would be quite a controversial thing to say. That blue will just get the more clicks because in growing up, men / boys are like, I don't know what you would call it, institutionalized to like blue. But there you go. The proof is in the pudding. So if blue is going to get more clicks, then you can damn well check. You damn well know that they're going to use blue, right? Like, why would they not? They're a business. Even if it let's I don't know how many. Let's say they sell 100,000 of those starter boxes. I don't know how many starter boxes they sell, but even. You know, like even if they just sold 10,000, you know, if it's 1% more because it's blue, then that's a lot more boxes, right? Like, it's money in the bank. The world's changed, you know, like, I imagine in 1992, somebody, like in 1992 when we had Blood Angels on the starter box, I imagine someone just did a cool Blood Angels picture and somebody went, yeah, that's cool, let's put that on the starter box, and that was the end of the conversation. You know, now it will be like, okay, we know that blue gets more clicks, so should we try blue on the starter box? Yes, 100%, right? I always thought I was unique for liking green, now it turns out I just like the second most popular colour. There you go. So by that logic, the most popular football team should be in blue as well. I know the New York Giants play in blue, they're pretty popular. Who else is in blue that's pretty popular? I'm trusting someone from my chat that's American to help me out in this one, because I don't know any I don't know enough American football. Mark says he finally ran the 10-man Death Company unit with Lamartis today, and it is nuts. So I'm glad you had a positive experience with it, Mark. Sometimes it can go both ways. That unit can be shot off the board in one turn. I've had it happen to me, and then I felt like an idiot. I mean, I was gonna say, yeah, I felt like a complete idiot in the turn it got shot off the board, but it's happened. It does happen. Hello, John. The Patriots are still number 1, says Kevin. I don't know, are they? Surely not. I haven't watched as much NFL this season as I probably planned to. Do you know why? Because the Giants have managed to capitulate in every single game again. Being a Giants fan these last like 6 or 7 years, maybe even longer now, have fucking sucked. When I picked, like, I became a Giants fan in 2011, because that's when I went to my first ever NFL game. And since then, the Giants have been pretty bad. I think we had like 1 year where we went 9-7. Every other year. Like this year, it's like 2-9. Like, what even is that? Like, are you even turning up? You know, like 2-9. Can you? That's got to be the worst record in the league. No one else is worse than 2-9, surely. Why do you like the Giants? Well, I went to New York. I'd never been to an NFL game, so I got Giants tickets, man. And I was in New York, I want to say it was like the 30th of December, right? So the stadium was like 30 degrees Fahrenheit, which was really fucking cold. And then the wind chill in the stadium was taking it to like 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I'm ad-libbing. I can probably actually put in the... Can you get historical weather? New York weather. I think it was like the 29th of December 2011. You know what? I know the score. We beat Philadelphia. New York Giants 35. I think these Philadelphia Eagles 2011 December. So we beat the Eagles 42-7. Is that it? That's 2012. Was that it? Maybe I'm a year out. Did I go in 2012? That sounds about right. 42-7. I thought it was 35-7, but maybe I forgot a touchdown at the end. And how do you see temperature in Fahrenheit and not Celsius? Well, I think this is it, right? I think this was the day. So it was 0 degrees. I think this was the game I went to. 31st of December. So I think that article was written on the 31st. I remember it being like 33 Fahrenheit, right? And there was wind. Why is it in... Why can't I get this... How can I change this to Fahrenheit, though? I don't know, whatever, right? It was cold as fuck. Like, it was literally so cold that my feet had gone numb in the stadium. And it was only when I got on the bus back, you know, like, and I'd been sitting on the bus for about 15 minutes that I got feeling back on my feet. So it was so fucking cold that at like half time I went down to the shop and I bought like a Giants hat and a Giants scarf and a Giants hoodie. I basically spent like $100 in the shop buying clothes that I didn't buy them and put them in a bag. I bought them and put them straight on because it was that cold. Like, and then I was like, oh shit, so I guess I'm a Giants fan now because I've got all this Giants gear. I've still got some of it actually. Some of you guys have seen me wearing like a Giants hoodie on the channel. I bought it in 2011 when I was at the game because it was so fucking cold, man. And I'm from Scotland, so I'm used to the cold, but the difference in Scotland is when you're cold, you're usually going from A to B. Like at the Giants stadium, it was outside and you're just sitting. So there's no like blood pumping in your body. I'm just gonna sit outside in the freezing fucking cold for like NFL games last a long time, like 3 fucking hours, right? So yeah, it was so that's why I'm Giants fan. And ever since then, the Giants have been really shit. And ever makes fun of me for being a Giants fan. But you've got to kind of stick with your team, right? Like I can't betray the Giants. Like, can I? I would like to go back to a Giants game again, but I mean, you know what? I'd like them to be decent again at some point. It sounds like a horrible experience. Do you know what? It was fun because I like NFL. I like sports in general, but I've always liked American football, even though we don't really play it here in the UK very much. Well, I mean, there isn't any teams in the UK. Do you know what? They sometimes come now. The NFL sometimes comes to the UK and they do like one game a season over here. In London sometimes. So I'd like to go, like, when the Giants come in the future year, I'd like to go, but obviously, like, it's just expensive. No, I think it's cool. Stick with a bad NFL team as a marker of character. Changing teams is not allowed. There you go. See? So I support a Scottish team that has won like one cup in the last like 20-something years, man. So I know all about sticking with a team. Here's the thing. See, when you stick with a team that's doing badly, when you win, it's so much more meaningful, right? Like if you just support the team that wins every year, then where's the fun in that? I am desperate for my kid to support the same team that I support, and they suck. They got beat 3-0 today. But it's, you know, it's not always about winning that's the important thing, is it? Loyalty, grinding out results, character, I don't know, man. I mean, Blood Angels have sucked previously in the edition, haven't they? They keep adding more games. I thought it was like typically 16 games in an NFL season, but I like I said, I don't follow it as closely as maybe like I typically always watch the Giants highlights, but this season has been pretty tragic. It's been like they've been in good situations in so many games, but they just fucking throw it away, man. Like interceptions when you're 20 points ahead that turn the entire game on its head. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know anything about the NFL draft. What's your take on drop pods and Death Company? I don't know. I have a drop pod. I don't use it. I think like the drop pod costs the same points as the Impulsor, right? Like I just think the Impulsor is more versatile. It gives you more options. Yeah, I suppose you could argue the Impulsor doesn't take as many models, but like Death Company on foot are not really that exciting, are they? Like not many people use Death Company on foot. It's not like they're ripping up the meta and they're doing lots of damage. Like people are generally not using Death Company on foot. Like they're just not a choice that people aren't seeing a massive amount of value. You could have picked the Jets. I think they're honestly doing better than the Giants this year. But yeah, do you know what? If the week that, because I was only in New York for like 7 days. So arguably if the Jets had been the home team that week when I was in New York, then I would have been a Jets fan. It just turned out that the Giants were the home team the week that I was in New York for a week, right? So, and you know what? They're blue, man. Maybe that's why I like them so much. Because I do like them a lot. Like I didn't expect after going to one game to like them so much, but then I mean they did win that one game really, really well. I think so here's the thing, right? At football in the UK, you are not allowed alcohol in any form, right? Like it's just not in the stadium. Apparently we can't behave ourselves is probably the reason. And the Giant Stadium was fucking kick-ass, man. It had like these big IMAX screens in it, and you were allowed to get beer at your seat. And I can't remember. Oh yeah, the food at the food at the American Football Stadium was amazing, right? Like the food at UK soccer is kind of okay. It's not that great, but it's not terrible. But the food at the Giant Stadium was fucking awesome. Like I had this hot dog. It was honestly the nicest hot dog I've probably had in my life. I know it's an American hot dog, so you guys probably put like a shitload of sugar into it and stuff. And we don't do that here in the UK, but no, it was awesome. So, everything about my day out at the Giant Stadium was awesome. So I do want to go back. I just don't want to go back on the 30th of December. No thanks. I want to go back like the first game of the season, like August, September time. because that seems more malleable, enjoyable. We do put too much sugar into everything. Yeah, I mean, you're probably the first to admit, but hey, at least with sugar you know what you're getting. Because I've actually stopped drinking diet sodas, because if you look at the ingredients on the diet soda, it's like they have so many fucking ingredients in them, right? Like, and I just don't know what any of it is. Like aspartame, you know, like it'll be like calcium soda, like just ingredients, and I was like, I don't know what any of this is. I don't see how that's any healthier than me just having the sugar from the soda. That at least I know what it's sugar in that soda, you know. So corn syrup's actually banned in the UK. We don't have corn syrup. So like if you buy a can of Pepsi and it's got sugar in it, you just know it's sugar. And they've actually limited that now in the UK as well. You're only allowed 15 grams of sugar in a drink now, because I guess they've basically made this thing called the sugar tax, because I guess 30 teaspoons? They basically determined that 30 teaspoons of sugar in a can of juice was too much sugar, which, let's be honest with you, 30 teaspoons of sugar is too much sugar. You know, if I'm tired of I'm sitting at my desk, really tired because my kids have kept me up all night or something, and I have one can of Pepsi that's only 15, it's only now 15 grams of sugar, I'm not tired anymore. Like, you know, any tiredness is gone, right? Like 15 grams of sugar, if you actually just sat down and tried to eat 15 grams of sugar, that you'd be like, that's a lot of fucking sugar. I don't know if I need 15 teaspoons of sugar, right? So yeah, so I'm actually quite happy that the UK have... Can I show my Sanguiner? Yeah? I not used them in ages, man. I don't have the new one fully done. That's the OG one. Trying to think where my new one even is. You know, I did put the Sanguinor's wings on the new Dante though. Oh yeah, and I was doing Gilliman as Blood Angels too. Yeah, my new one's not finished, man. I don't use them in combat. But I guess this is what I was talking about earlier about having them battle ready, right? Like, I can totally use him in a battle. Like, he's based. He's got 3 colors on him. Like, he's totally ready to go. Like, you can play with him. Like, I can play with him in a tournament absolutely fine. He's just not finished, right? He needs shading. You can see the difference in the shading. He needs probably something done to his sword. He needs washes on his parchments. He needs highlighting on his wings. But he's ready to go. Like, if I need him in a tournament, he's ready to go. So yeah, I pretty much paint all my stuff so that they're ready to go for a tournament. But if I you know, like I can come back and finish them and get them up to a final finished level at some point. Iron Brew is not the same anymore. Do you know what? I really like Iron Brew with 15 grams of sugar in it, man. I actually think it was too much sugar before when it was like 36. I know some people think that that's heresy. Like, literally, you think that's Horus. Like, you thought 36 grams of sugar was the perfect amount for Iron Brew. A few people used to tell me that Iron Brew really cured your hangovers. Like, it was the perfect hangover cure when it was 36 grams of sugar. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I really like the 15. So yeah, I've given up diet soda. I just drink the real soda now because at least I know what I'm getting. I'm getting sugar. Whereas with the diet stuff, I don't know what I'm getting. Chemicals, probably that my body doesn't know what to do either, right? Sanguinor's always a superstar for me. Played against CSM, he dropped in on 10 Warp Talons, he hit 8, he wounded 8, and they failed all 8 saves. Dude, that's a fucking miracle, because that never happens to my Sanguinor. My Sanguinor would drop in, he'd miss twice, he'd fail to wound twice, and then they'll fucking pass all the saves except one or something, right? Jeez-o. I know where my Sanguinor luck went now, you got it. I'm starting to feel a little bit happy about the edge highlighting on this thing. I've had to do a lot of cleaning up tonight, but I feel like it's coming somewhere. I'll probably have to go back over a few bits with the Space Wolf Grey again, though. But I don't mind doing it. Huh, you call us mad for edge highlighting? I call you mad for drilling barrels. Yeah, Phil, exactly. Man, I like Death Company vehicles. They just fucking take ages. They look cool, though, when they're done, right? I told you about the time I went to the tournament, right? And I pulled out my Death Company Redemptor, and one guy was like, "Oh, cool, a Death Company Redemptor. What rules does it get?" I was like, "No, man, doesn't get any rules. It's just a Redemptor. It's just painted Death Company." He was like, "Oh, that's a pity." And I was like, "I know, right?" But it was cool nonetheless. Rule of cool is how we roll, right? Right, I'm coming up to 3 hours. I'm probably going to need to go here in a couple of minutes. We should be live tomorrow night, though. We'll do army lists. We do that about 8 o'clock UK time. So we'll do that tomorrow night. So I'll see some of you then. And then Wednesday night this week, I don't have an opponent yet. So we'll see what's happening Wednesday night. There might be a chance where I'm just back painting on Wednesday night. I haven't decided. I feel like we're at the point where, like, well, we're not quite there yet, but we're getting close to the point where it's like the new edition's going to be coming. Getting more and more units finished and ready for the new edition is going to be important. So we'll see. Maybe I'll see if Andrew will play, and if not, well, I'll try and get Andrew in the channel the next couple of weeks. I think he's playing Votan still. Had a couple of rough games against the Votan. The Steeljacks I feel like are really difficult to deal with. Blood Angels don't seem to handle 2-up save models with -1 to wound very effectively. And that typically seems to be what the Votan are taking, right? I think last time he had 36 squads of 6 Steeljacks. 2-up save, toughness 6, -1 to wound. I was like, I've really been struggling against that. You'll have a good night too, Commodore. Thanks for hanging out, dude. It's been fun. It always is. I appreciate the super chats. Thank you. Or they're not super chats, are they? The gifted subs, dude. Thank you. Those are basically aggressors in Terminator armor. Well, worse because of the -1 to wound, Phil, I think. I mean, I think it's the -1 to wound that makes them obnoxious. I suppose it's like Deathwing Knights, you know? See you, Michael. Thanks for hanging out. You're having a good night. If you did enjoy tonight's stream, guys, please do remember to leave a like. It does help me out ever so much. So I always say that, but it does. It just means that the YouTube algorithm gives my content a little bit priority, which is hard to come by these days. Three Terminators left to go. You're doing well, Phil. How many was it total? Have I missed a bit at the back, have I? Oh yeah, good point. Didn't see it. I think I'm going to have to come back with a Fenrisian Grey though and just tidy up, because my edge highlighting is always kind of you know, like it just needs a little bit of back and forth. So I've cleaned up a lot of the mistakes from last time, like it's looking a lot cleaner, a lot crisper. Like another hour or something on edge highlighting and just trying to clean up a few more bits, then I think it'll be ready for, you know, moving on to whatever whatever may be. I need to do something with these seats underneath though, so and probably maybe do something with the back of that as well, just dry brush it or something. I suppose that's the problem when you can see inside the vehicle. There's extra bits you can see to have to paint. Ah, thanks Phil, I appreciate it. It's getting there, right? I think I'm always going to end up doing some Death Company vehicles. I just think they look cool, man. I know they take ages, but I think they're different. I think they're cool. I think they're a bit unique. Not everybody does the Death Company vehicles, right? I mean, I'm quite happy with these X's that are free-handed, because even, you know, like, it took me a long time to even get something that looks remotely decent for the freehand. Yeah, I'm sure you will, Phil. I mean, at distance, I think they look pretty cool. Yeah. Getting there. It's getting there. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice evening. I appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate the super chats, the likes, the subscribes. It's all good. I'll see you tomorrow for the Army List show. Take care. Thank you. Good night.